ACCA does not have global approach. ACCA does. But that was something that grabbed my attention.
You exit college with not just one degree, you have a global qualification to your name. Job ready at the age of what, 20? Let's be real, ACCA is tough. How do you go about it?
Was never an option. You complete every paper every quarter. There were moments where it felt a little overwhelming and exhausting. To see your parents proud, to see your friends proud. It's been a good journey with the faculty here. The way they teach, the way they include you in every session, it is very heartwarming to see because the classes I interviewed at, it wasn't that great. The teachers were distant. Here, when I joined, the teachers were amazing. I landed a job in December, just after my last paper, APM. Since it's not an Indian company, ACCA helped me.
You're not just an ACCA professional, you also teach French.
Yeah. When I'm working as analyst at SACS India, I'm still teaching. After work, I take lectures. On the weekends, I take lectures.
One advice if you could give to all the ACCA aspirants out there or students pursuing ACCA, what would it be?
One of the least known advices I personally feel is to see.
Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel where we bring you real stories, real struggles and real wins from students and working professionals who are making things happen. Today's guest is someone who we are super proud of. She has completed her ACCA journey, been with us right from the very first paper to the very last, cleared her every exam in the very first attempt, landed her first job, and on top of that, she's a French tutor on the side. So, अगर आपको लगता है कि can I really do ACCA? Can I balance studies and other passions? और अगर आप कुछ सीख सकते हो from her inspiring journey, this episode is for you. So let's welcome the multi-talented, super driven Rashi Jain.
Hi guys, my name is Rashi Jain. I am recently an ACCA affiliate. I recently also graduated from HR college in March. So it's been a good journey.
Bonjour Rashi, bonjour.
It's bonjour.
Bonjour?
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, मुझे इतनी French आती है guys. So first of all, congratulations Rashi on becoming ACCA affiliate. I know it's not an easy feat, but you did it in one go. Must have been an incredible feeling, right?
It is quite overwhelming when you complete the degree because it takes you about 3.5 years to do it. If you complete every paper every quarter. So it's been a good journey because to see your parents proud, to see your friends proud, to see your faculty proud of you, it's a good journey.
So tell me, looking back, what inspired you to pursue ACCA and when did you actually start?
Initially, I started after 10th. I did start with actuarial science and it's statistics-based course, right? So when I did not clear the first paper, I realized that the curriculum was not for me. It did not interest me as such. So since I was not into it, I did not clear the paper. After 12th, I received a call from Synthesis Learning that there's this course called ACCA and I was not aware about it because growing up, you only know about CA, which you have, right? So CA does not have global approach, ACCA does. And that was something that grabbed my attention as I researched more and more about the curriculum. So the technical expertise along with the strategies that it gives, how you use it in real world, it was a motivating factor for me to start.
I agree. ACCA is one of those qualifications which I feel the earlier you start, the better.
The better.
And it's like you exit college with not just one degree,
you
have a global qualification to your name.
Yeah.
And you're like job ready at the age of what, 20?
21, yes.
Yes.
So even the first few papers that you have, the course kind of aligns with your college course. So the MA paper, FA paper, all those papers kind of align with, so it gets easier for you to clear those papers as you're also studying it for your college exams.
We know for a fact that ACCA is not easy. No, it's no joke. It's like running a marathon, except the finish lines are not, they're moving.
Yeah.
And so how was your journey? Any moments where you felt like quitting or your mujhse na ho payega moment? And how did you beat it? How did you go about it?
Quitting was never an option. If I started it, I had to end it. That was always the case. But there were moments where it felt a little overwhelming and exhausting because it's like you finish a paper and ek hafte baad next paper ka book kholo. So it's on and on and on. But after 3 years, 4 years, if you complete it and when you do, it is an amazing feeling. So that was kind of ki haan karna hai.
So that's one thing about ACCA. One moment you feel like everything's under control, and the next one paper throws you off.
Yeah.
But I'm glad that you kept going and you figured out what worked best for you. Let's be real. Every student has that one paper which makes them question about their life choices.
Yeah.
So for you, which paper or phase was the toughest, and how did you tackle it?
SBL, Strategic Business Leadership. It was a difficult paper because it is very different from the other papers that you have. Because before that, I had given SBR, which was quite easy, how you do a financials and all of that. You just had to explain. And that is an easy paper, comparatively. In SBL, there's no correct answer. It's like real life situations. How do you apply those strategies? How a business works? You have to use your own brain and you have to answer that. So it is a difficult paper, but it was also one of my most favorite papers.
Wow.
Because it prepared me for the situations, because I was planning to apply for jobs after that. Every student does, right? So it does give you an edge over others.
That's great. Because I know for a fact that the curriculum is designed in such a way that it has a mix of CA plus MBA subjects, and that's what the professional level teaches you for. It makes you ready for the real workplace.
Each professional level exam is different than others. So after SBL, when I did AFM, it was very different than SBL is. It is also one of my favorite papers. So it's everything. It's just a mix of technical knowledge and your own brain at the end of the day.
That's great. So now challenges both away. Now let's talk about the good stuff. So, and I have to ask this, you have been with synthesis learning from day one, right? So how did you come to know about us? What was the best part of your journey, and what kept you going here?
The best part about my journey, apart from making good friends, is the faculty here. The way they teach, the way they include you in every session. It is very heartwarming to see, because the classes I interviewed at, it wasn't that great. The teachers were distant. Here, when I joined, the teachers were amazing. So for me personally, I'm not talking for all of us, but for me personally, to be able to study well, I need to have a good connection with the teacher. Not just study-wise, but also I need to feel comfortable with them. And that's what I do when I teach my students. I got to know about synthesis via Google, obviously. I was looking for various other classes, and this kind of was there, convenient for me.
That's great to hear, because we know a lot of students struggle when they try to go solo. But that's what we at Synthesis Learning try to give 100% guidance. No spam calling, no hard sell, just the right set of mentors, the right vibe to help you ace the exam and get that first job.
Even when I got the call, most classes, not down meaning anyone, but they do call you a lot that join it. And Synthesis did not do that. And there was just one call informing me, and I followed up about the course. And that's when I knew that I'm not just one of the other students that they want to acquire. They genuinely want and interested in my journey. So that was
great, because I know for a fact that let's be real, ACCA is tough.
Very tough.
And but you don't have to go through it alone, right?
Yeah.
When you have the right set of everything, your journey can be as smooth as yours.
Absolutely.
So when did you start applying for jobs? Was it after you completed all the papers, or you started early?
I started applying for jobs after my 12th paper, because I firstly did not have idea that you can get a good job role after you complete 8 to 9 papers.
Right.
But I would suggest to start early if you can, because applying for jobs, if you work, the experience you gain over there also helps greatly with your professional level papers. Because it's not just rote learning that you're writing. You're using real life situations, your case theories that you get in your exams. That's how questions are framed, right? So it helps. But I did not do that. Still did not fumble my papers, but yeah, After my 12th paper, I started applying online on various platforms like every student does, LinkedIn, Naukri, and job profiles, job openings from all the company websites. And I landed a job in December, just after my last paper, APM. And it is a US based firm. Since it's not an Indian company, ACCA helped me because ACCA also not just is a country based course, it has a global approach. So all the accounting standards that I learned over there and all the technical issues that can arise in an MNC, the knowledge that I gained that helped greatly with my job profile.
That's interesting because a lot of people don't actually know that they can start after skills
Right.
level when they are part qualified, they're eligible for jobs, and they wait to become ACCA affiliates and then start applying. But actually, the strategy should be that you can start earlier so that you can become an ACCA member earlier.
Also, because if you start earlier, the knowledge you gain via jobs while working, it helps you with the professional exams. It helps you answer your questions more efficiently. So yeah, starting earlier is a good strategy.
And that's the power of ACCA: global recognition, real world skills, a solid edge in the job market, and it clearly worked for you.
Yeah.
So that's great. Now, one thing that I find really cool is that you're not just an ACCA professional, you also teach French.
Yeah.
That's such a unique combination. So tell us more about that. How did you get into French, and are you still teaching?
I am still teaching, yes. I started French in school when it was inculcated into my curriculum around 12 years ago. And back then, to learn a third language, a foreign language per se, was quite interesting. So that because you could, flex among your friends that, oh, I'm learning something different than you. Because it was not as well inculcated into curriculum as it is today. So I started via that, and there was always this wish that I had to visit France because of the culture. And since Paris is said to be one of the most beautiful cities, I'm like, okay, French is a good language to start with. So that's how I started. And yeah, I started teaching because my parents pushed me to do it. And earlier I was quite annoyed because I'm like, everyone is enjoying and I'm the one who's working so much. But now, after 6 years of teaching, I see why they did it because it has given me a good balance. It keeps me busy. So yeah, and to see people proud, to see my parents proud, to see them flex that, oh, my daughter is doing this, it's a good thing.
That's really amazing because you have kept your passion alive.
Yeah.
You have found your another go-to good thing which you resonate with, and I'm very happy that
it also helped me be financially independent at the age of 16 and 17. So
that's great.
I mean, it's a very cool thing.
So you started taking classes at the age of 16?
I started when I was 15. So I started teaching my cousins and all of them, and via I got more students. And COVID was the period where I hit max number of students because it was online, so I could take up more lectures also. So after COVID, I've kept that thing going. Even right now, when I'm teaching, when I'm working as an analyst at SACS India, I'm still teaching. After work, I take lectures. On the weekends, I take lectures. And earlier, it was just for money. Now, it has also, I just have developed passion for teaching. Because when your students clear with flying marks, it's a good feeling.
That's really amazing because as an ACCA professional, you studied and you cleared all the papers. Along with that, you were teaching French, and now that you're working, you're still teaching French. So it just shows that ACCA can be
balanced out.
Can be balanced out, and it doesn't have to be all work and no play. So that's really great. Apart from French, what else do you love doing in your free time?
In my free time, I love watching movies and documentaries that are there. And I'm also kind of a coffee fanatic. So I like exploring new places and new cafes that are there in town.
Super. So you're like an all-rounder. That's the best way to unwind. Nothing beats a good movie or a documentary where you just want to cut out from the world and switch off and just relax. You're into your element and you're just getting new perspectives every time.
During my last papers, I was so anxious that, oh, I'm about to complete. What if I don't do it? Because the anxieties do set in. So I started meditation. every night I used to meditate a little. Every morning before studying, I used to meditate a little. It really helped me to stay focused during the papers also.
Superb. So that's where the all smoothness in your journey comes from.
Yeah,
You're all
a little
sorted
bit.
from there itself. You're mentally very calm. All right. Before we wrap up, one advice if you could give to all the ACCA aspirants out there or students pursuing ACCA, what would it be?
One of the least known advices I personally feel is to see the mock videos that you have and read examiner's report, because they are of utmost importance. They help you understand what is expected out of you during the exams, because it is important to know what is asked in the question, also how to answer it, and solve as many papers as you can on practice platform that you have. And ACCA has study hub where you have multiple resources, they have notes and topic wise, so it is important to refer to those also.
Absolutely. And I know for a fact that ACCA has a lot of resources.
Yeah.
They have a big repository of resources where they provide you with all the study hub, the
Practice
videos,
platform
the
where you can
practice
find the
platform.
past papers.
Yes, and there's a section where there's examiners' expectations by
Yeah.
part. So I feel that is very important, where you can actually look at what is expected in the exam.
Correct. Apart from all the resources that you have, it is also important for you to stay dedicated and have your mind focused as to why you started your journey. And one paper at a time is a must, because it smoothens your journey a lot. And बाकी सब तो फिर हो ही जाता है.
That's solid advice, Rashi, because stay consistent, trust the process, and remember why you started. So, Rashi, this was such an inspiring conversation. Your journey proves that ACCA is achievable and you can still follow your passions alongside.
I wish all the best to all the students who are pursuing ACCA, and I wish you the best. Yeah.
If you found this episode helpful, share it with your squad, subscribe, and stay tuned for more stories. Until next time, keep learning, keep growing, and keep hustling.